Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were here in Harwick. We had just received the Chapter 2, the quest of Chapter 2, Troubles at Floodwind. And we have got to travel on our map up here to wherever Floodwind is. Let's go back on out to the Wold. We need to travel to down here to the southeast to go to Floodwind. We've also got a quest. While we're at it, ride for Harding. Find the people of Wildemore in the northeastern Withen Downs. So let's see where that would be. Back up to the mold. I guess Wildemore would be up this way. Is that right? The Withen Downs. Okay. The Witchshaws, the Fallows. So ride for Wildemore. We'll take a look at that too, but this one here is the one that we're going to do first, and then we're going to go do some more festival questing. It is, of course, the Yule Fest going on for a good long time. We've got another, 3 weeks or so of it. And, of course, it will repeat probably in late January, early February. So it's wonderful to have my absolute favorite festival quest going on at this time. Let's see. Let's get the steed of Mickle Delving up. Just because, yes, I know it's not as fast as the Warhorse and all that, and I guess I really should get used to riding the Warhorse. But, as we've said before, I'm not planning on doing a whole lot with it. And plus, it's nighttime, and this is the one that has the lantern on it, so I'm able to see where I am going. Hope everyone is having a fantastic holiday season going on. It has been good for me so far. We went, I think I told y'all in the LOTRO episode that I put up yesterday that I went to a winter solstice festival, well, last night or tonight, however you want to look at it, being that it isn't. It's still about 5 in the morning here, so we are still kind of looking at nighttime, and I am going in the wrong blasted direction, aren't I? I swear I came out of that thing and turned in the correct direction, but maybe I didn't. But we went to a winter solstice celebration with a lot of our hippie friends last night, and oh, it was so much fun. Lots of good food and lots of good company. And a nice big roaring bonfire. Fun times, fun times. Let's make sure we're going in the right way. Yep, let's just keep following this road down until it eventually branches off to the east again. And I think that will take care of it for us. We're going to zoom back a bit since we haven't been in these parts before. Lots of foxes and things around. Unfortunately, it is night, so you're not getting to see a lot of the scenery. But we'll see what the road is like down this way as it is. Good food. Somebody brought in some wonderful baked trout. Oh, my Lord, they were huge. They must have been over about 1.5 feet long. Nice big trout, and they were good. My wife cooked a Persian meal with hummus and eggplant, and it was absolutely scrumptious. It was kind of the hit of the festivity there. As let's turn on stables. Make sure stables are on. Okay, because I wanted to make sure if there was one there, I wanted to grab it. But it looks like the next one we're going to come across is down here in Floodwind. Is that a warg? Ah, I thought that was a warg. I'm just not in the fighting mood right now. I am in a traveling mood. Let's see if we can get past the warg and avoid him. But yes, her almost kind of like a hummus eggplant, almost like a baba ganoush. And it was extremely tasty, and everybody wanted to know how she made it. And people were going back in there and with bits of bread and scraping every last bit out of the casserole dish she made it in. They were trying to get every last little molecule out of there, so that was good. At the hit of the party, she was very proud of that. So, let's see, a little bit further on down here. Oh, is that some kind of a guard post, perhaps? Looking like it is. Yep. You have discovered Twickenberg. Oh, remind me not to ride up to these guard posts. Now I have to do a travelogue on it, don't I? If I had just behaved myself. What is this here? Looks evil. Ah, warband out that way. I've been warned about those warbands. Let's do our travelogue entry here right quick. There we go. Quest available. Warband Handruin. Ooh, a blue book of world spoils. Okay. Nice stuff for doing the warbands, isn't it? Well, take a look at that. We're going to get this travelogue done. We'll be right back with you. You have encountered the warband leader, Handruin, and his minions. Really? Is this where a warband is? I encountered the warband. I've just been sitting here. They wandered around me. I didn't wander anywhere near them. All right, let's get this done. Twickenberg is the Rohirrim watch upon the crossroads and the wold, ensuring that the roads are held by the free peoples. There we go, and I've knocked it out. Fantastic. All right, let us continue down. I see from those little red arrows there are quite a few little roving warbands out there. We will have to take on... have to see about taking some of those on sometime. See just how tough they are. But for now, I imagine they'll be pretty tough for a burglar. My old dwarf guardian probably could well have taken them on. But we'll see. In the meantime, we are going to travel on down this way. It looks like this may be what we're looking for right up here. Who are you? Owlwold. Owlwold, you shouldn't hide your identity quite that much. Floodwind. All right, we have discovered Floodwind. I'm going to come right on up here to do the travelogue entry. And are you the gentleman we have to talk to? Yep, Goldlack. Okay, let's get our second travelogue entry in here. And we'll rejoin you in a second. You have found Floodwind, a fair city near the rapids of Songabir, governed by a very young thane, Radwig. All right, that one is in the books now too. Let's come over here and let's talk to Goldlack and see what he has to say.
Easterlings have been testing the Great River, seeking places to ford.
It's been long enough that we're going to actually read the history of this before we start. The road leaves Harwick and runs southeast until it reaches Floodwind. The land becomes rockier the further south you go, so your steeds will need to be sure of foot to make it there safely. Stick to the road if you can. I do not know what threat has so worried the Raven Master of Floodwind, but it was grave enough for him to send 3 birds with the plea for help. He may have sent more. I do not know him personally. He could be excitable by nature, or the keep at Floodwind could be in worse peril than ever before. Go with haste to help. We have no men to spare, and if Floodwind falls, Harwick could be next. So they've received a lot of messenger ravens from here. You have come from Harwick. The Thane was hoping for more men, but I suppose you will have to do. The Easterlings have been testing the Great River, trying to find safe places at which to ford in between the 2 undeeps. They have a large camp to the northeast, but our people have kept an eye on them, and they seek another way to strike at us. Perhaps they thought just below the rapids would be safe, or perhaps they fear their commanders more than the rushing waters. A great many perish trying to cross just below Sarngabir. Not all, however, not all by half. Many of the Easterlings survived the crossing and have been marshalling their forces for an attack on Floodwind. Many of their belongings are scattered and damaged by the waters, but still they seek to recover enough to arm themselves to attack the city. We need you to strike them along the banks of the Anduin, just to the east below the cliffs. You should also steal from them what belongings survived the crossing. So we need to defeat 5 Easterlings to the east here, below the cliffs, and also collect their salvaged belongings. We can do that. First, let's grab Stable Master, as one should always do in these parts. Let's see where he goes.
Welcome, friend.
Good. Swift travel back to Harwick and to Mansig's encampment and to Galen. Fantastic. Slowly but surely, we are filling in all the gaps. Let's see. Let's look at the collection. Go to the Stable Masters and see just what it looks like down here. We are in East Rohan. There we go. I was hoping you'd fill out. I kind of like back in the old days whenever my son used to live here when he was in school. And my son would, God, I've got to get up into these parts. I've got to get up in these parts. My son would leave to go to school in the morning before I would get home from work, and I could follow him throughout the entire house because I could follow the trail of lights he had left on all the way through the house and the couple of TVs he had left on too. So it's like, whoa. Can tell exactly where I've been, haven't you? Okay, so that has got this cat discovered. Let's look. Has Harwick got its own map? I mean, Floodwind? No, so I'm not sure. Let's see if we can... There's our milestone. Where are we actually? We are at Langhold. Way up there. We should have bound ourselves at Harwick while we were at Harwick. I think we may do that next time. Next time we pass through there. That seems to be the central location in this entire area. I'm looking to see if there's an exit out this side. There's definitely a stream out this side, isn't there? And some dancing, shiny, happy people. All right, here where the provisioners for this particular area are. I'm going to clean up my inventory a little bit, get rid of a couple of piles of copper and silver coins, and then we will be back with you, and we'll be heading out to look for those Easterlings. We have finished up what business we had. Let's continue seeing if we can find a way out this side. Over here, perhaps. Guess we can ride out the creek. The Rohirrim, yeah, they haven't learned their lesson yet because Helm's Deep hasn't fallen yet. You need a little bit more protection on your creeks and stuff like that because orcs can just scurry right on in there just like rats. Now, let's head to the east. Defeat Easterlings in the wold and collect scavenged belongings. Can we get up this hill? This one that we can actually climb. We're getting close to another warband out this way too, aren't we? I imagine any group of Easterlings will do. It does say just in the wold, and we are in the wold now. There's a wold ruffian. I don't think that's going to count. Let's head on over this way till we get closer to the river itself. Wow, those are some... They said near the cliffs. They weren't joking. Those are some serious cliffs there, aren't they? Wonder if we can find our way down over that direction. Let's see here. Try and remember that we do have safe fall if we should happen to slip. You have discovered Ninstazg. Wonderful! Let's do a travelogue on Ninstazg while we're here. Apparently today is going to be a National Geographic episode. The orcs of Ninstazg rally for an attack on Floodwind. Okay, so those are definitely enemies of Floodwind. It looks like Floodwind definitely has quite a bit to be worried about. And I certainly understand why they sent all those messenger ravens. They definitely are having issues, all right? That looks like Sarn Gabir right there, which was the rapids. Deadly rapids. As they say, even the boats of the elves might not be good enough to get through. Having said that, these are some hellacious cliffs here. Oop, let's turn our... There we go. Need to turn our UI back on. Mordor Skirmisher. Looks like that's just going to fall down into the water. If it was daylight, I might could see further down that way, but it looks like it just keeps going into more and more river. So I'm going to ride... Let's try riding easterly. Whoa. Wait a second. Easterlings. There we go. There are Easterlings right down there. Whoa. There we go. We didn't fall. There's some salvaged belongings, so we are roughly in the correct place. Let's see. Let's dismount. Let's get safe fall ready. And let's go over the side. Very good. Salvaged belongings. I don't know how we're going to get back up to where we need to be, but at least we know the easy way to get down. Burglar style. These are the broken remnants of the belongings of some of the Easterlings tried to bring across the Anduin. Very good. Now, let's go back to burglar style here. We know we got some Easterlings and some more belongings up this way. We may be, roughly invisible, but I wonder what they think when they hear the splashing and see the ripples in the water. Okay. To the next one. And then we are going to take on that warrior there just as soon as we get back into our cloaked state. Let's find weakness, distract him, and stab him in the butt. What is this? I'm not sure what that is. Throw knife. Throw a knife. Huh. When did I get throw knife? In fact, look like I'm Am I in the right tree? Which skill tree am I in? Let's see here. Traits. Which trait thing am I doing right now? Am I in the quiet knife? Am I over here in the gambler? Yeah, I thought I was spec'd up with number 2. 45 points. Whoa, did they Have they reset all the specs? Is that what happened? Did they reset the traits or something? I want that to be this. Yep, quiet knife. Oh, me. Well, I'm going to have to set all this stuff again, but in the meantime, let's just get back to fighting, shall we? That's annoying. No, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if I accidentally hit a button, which reset and respect everything. I'll have to check the recording. I don't think... Well, this one looks like I've got most of my stuff. I do remember several of these, like this one, the double-edged strike. Looks like maybe I've got the basics down. Oh, well. We will have to attend to those matters before I play again. In the meantime, we're going to finish getting all these belongings and all. And get things set so that I can get back to Floodwind with such things as I've been able to accomplish. Alright, we gotta kill 2 more Easterlings. Get 2 more salvaged belongings. Those will be easy enough. Hide. Yeah, we're not having any of the tricks and stuff. Yeah, that was the gambler I think I was on all that time. I definitely need to take a look at that as well. Those are the kind of things where I worry about. Am I getting senile? Because it seems like I should have been able to figure that out a little better. But let's finish taking out all these Easterlings. That's got them done. Let's get this last bit of belongings. And then we're going to see if we can find our way back up these cliffs. And back up to Floodwind. And that should be the end of today's episode, because all that traveling kind of ate up the time. Those travelogues. Okay, looks like this is the path we should have come down. Lots of horses, a lot of grazers. Yep, that's the path we should have gone down. And y'all want to bet dollars to donuts that there's a, once you get up here, there's a gate that leads right out to it? I would not be surprised. You're safe, Rabbit. Minefiend isn't anywhere around. So, okay, we've got a warband. Hardwick is directly to our left. There's a warband to our west-northwest. Excuse me. Let's see if we can figure out where this path goes. It doesn't seem to be wanting to climb out of the gully too fast, is it? Yeah, we've made a little altitude from the river, but not a too terrible amount. Let's see if we can turn left and wind our way up this way. We've got all this scarn that we keep saying we're going to have to come back and get as well. More ruffians. Okay. I'm going to try to get up another episode of Gondamon today. Sorry, Nomadan. Nomadan. Gondamon is one of the dwarf places, of course. Nomadan. See if I can get up another one of his adventures. See if I can get him finished up with Archet today. I'm going to try and power through that without too much wasting of time. I mean, we've been through Archet so many times now. It doesn't take a whole lot to tear through it, but I mean, if we didn't read all the flavor text, of course, we'd be done already. But that is a good deal. That is at least half the fun, is following along the story, even when you've done the story before. And why have we wandered into this warp nest with all these wargs and the warg matrons? New deed where evil creatures dwell, the Howling Wood. You have discovered the Howling Wood. Of course I have. Alrighty. Can we get up here? Bet we can. Okay. I wonder if the warg matron is coming up this way. You are, though. That's right. Turn away. We will now see whether or not we can do a travelogue entry on this place. The Howling Wood is a warg den in the wold that was once a strategic work site for Floodwind, but is now overrun with the filthy, deadly beasts. And that got that one out of the way. Why don't we see if we can get back to Harwick before we trigger any more travelogue entries here? Let's try to quit wandering into these scary places. Oop. And I need to dim my light. Oh, my light is on. It's just dark. And I guess it also helps that whenever I'm in stealth mode, you don't see me to have, I'm not around to help judge how light or dark things are. Okay. So to go east, we actually did need to kind of travel that direction, didn't we? Instead of heading directly southeast. Southeast is great if you're going down and you can safe fall your way into it. But not that great whenever you're trying to actually find your way back. Now, where is Goldak? He should be at the entrance. I'm wanting to say that's going to be back over this way. Yep, there's the stable. And there's Goldak. All right, let's report back to him and let's wrap this up for the day, shall we? Corridan. Have you been standing there the whole time, Corridan? I don't remember seeing you when I came in. That's another thing I'm going to have to check. Were you there?
While you were gone, a raiding party of orcs passed near to Floodwind.
Between your skill in combat and the harsh waters of the great river, perhaps the Easterlings will decide attacking Floodwind is too much trouble. What times we live in. Even if that was so, we would still have to worry about attacks by raiding orcs. Will Floodwind ever see peace again? While you were gone, a raiding party of orcs passed near to Floodwind. Owlwald and his men rode out to fight them, and had success. All the orcs were defeated. The orcs must have recently fought with some elves, for one of Alwald's men claimed quite a trophy from the body of one of the orcs, a bow of quality elf make, with the finest detailing. He has been showing off since they returned. His name is Elvsig, and he'll quite likely challenge your elf to an archery contest before too long. Poor foolish fellow. Talk to Corridan by the entrance to Floodwind. Sure.
That is almost certainly the bow I left to Fimloth.
You heard what he said, Gnarlo. That is almost certainly the bow I lent to Fimloth. The orc that claimed it carried it into the wold, and now this man Elfsig has taken it. Oh, let's see. Choose one. Steed experience, legendary item. The last Armus. Oh, that's awful big. Laramus. 800, whoa, 897 medium armor. I might ought to go ahead and get that. Light armor. That's medium armor with agility and vitality. That's agility, maximum power. Agility, vitality. Given for the valor shown in Floodwind. Yeah, I think I'll take that one. I really need to get back to upgrading my armor there. Putting on some of the stuff that I'm carrying around.
This will not take long.
Oh, wow. Never seen the little animation when the horse levels up, the little running horses like that. Cool. War Steed's level is changed to level 4, and you have 1 War Steed trait point. This will not take long. Let us have some words with this man Elfsig. He is sure to return my bow when he understands the situation. Talk to Elfsig in Floodwind. Okay, Strange Companions, Chapter 3. That is going to be where we are going to leave off today. Let's stand over here between our elf friend and the new Rohirrim friend we've made. And let us share some pipeweed with them, alrighty? Okay, folks, hope y'all have enjoyed it. Thank y'all for coming along. After, like I said, it's going to be busy. We've got a few days of work, and of course the holidays and all are here, and I'm sure y'all are just as tied up with all that as I am. So we will be getting some more done by the end of the week, but I can't promise anything before then, because there's a lot of work to do, a lot of people and family and relations to go see, and a lot of parties to attend. So we will see y'all next time. Thank y'all for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we will see you then. Bye-bye.